Hello everybody and welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be breaking down why I think Joe Biden will most definitely win the presidency. No, this is not bias. I am a Biden supporter, but this is not bias. And I am just sharing with you why I think that he will most definitely win the presidency. We are just 28 days away from the election, and Joe Biden still has a very significant lead. And I don't know why I did not put down Montana. But yeah, Joe Biden still has a very significant lead, and I think that that will stick with him. I mean, 28 days from the election, he actually got a bump in the past few days from the debate, and from the looks of it, we may not even be having any other debates, which would obviously suck because I would love to see more. But we will be having the debate tomorrow, which I cannot wait for because in 2016, Tim Kaine was not the best, and I think Mike Pence is a way better debater than Donald Trump, and I think Kamala Harris is a way, way better debater than Joe Biden. So I think it will be a good matchup. I do think Kamala Harris will win, but not going to give up my hopes. Alrighty, let's get into it. So I saw this model presented by LTE, Let's Talk Elections, and it basically showed that if Joe Biden had a 3 to 4% popular vote percentage gain, like that's how much he won by, he would have a 73% chance of victory. And if it was 5 to 6, he would have a 98% chance. And if it was anything above that, 99% chance or greater. Huge for the Biden campaign. I mean, he's leading by 9% nationally in the polls, which I would consider a 100% chance guaranteed if the election were held today. Because even with the max 4% margin of error, that still puts him down to 5%, which is, I believe, a 98% chance of victory still. So obviously huge for the Joe Biden campaign. And even in 2016, we did not see the popular vote sway by that much. Hillary Clinton did still win it, but we did not see it sway by that much. But anyway, let's get into it. So New Hampshire, Nevada, I think will both be likely for Joe Biden. I forget how much he's leading in New Hampshire by, but it's like 8 or 9, which is huge. And a lot of Republicans still think Trump has a really good shot at winning it by a tilt margin. I don't think so at all. I mean, Democrats are just dominating there. And I mean, I'm pretty sure Bernie Sanders went there the other day to campaign for Joe Biden. Didn't even need to. I mean, I think New Hampshire is completely locked down for Joe Biden. But still probably gave him a bit of a bump. And in Nevada, Joe Biden's leading by 6.6. It's just not super competitive. And Donald Trump hasn't tried for it, so I'm just giving it to Joe Biden. Okay. And also for Joe Biden, I will be putting Minnesota, as there was hype for Donald Trump as Joe Biden was leading there by like 4 percentage points at one time. But now Joe Biden's back up to his like 8-ish percentage points, probably higher than that. But in a lot of these states, we have seen it narrow up a lot. Joe Biden is leading in Georgia in the polls. He's leading in Florida, North Carolina, Ohio, Pennsylvania, Michigan, Wisconsin. In RCP, he's leading in Iowa. He's leading in Nebraska's 2nd district. I believe he is winning in Maine's 2nd district. He's winning in Arizona. He's losing by just a little bit in Texas. I mean, out of all of these swing states, Joe Biden is leading in all but one that he doesn't even need. I mean, yeah, if he got it, he would win automatically, pretty much. But he doesn't need it. All he needs is the Rust Belt, and he wins. I mean, it's that easy for Joe Biden. But anyway, I will get back with my prediction / why I think Joe Biden will most definitely win. Anyway, the Rust Belt is pretty much locked down for Joe Biden. I mean, at this point, I would say that it is lean or likely for Joe Biden. Even if we do take the 2016 swing, he would win all of these states by around a 4-ish percent margin. Besides Wisconsin, he would lose Wisconsin, but I do believe polls have gotten better, as a lot of pollsters have like cracked down on polling and made it significantly better. And in Wisconsin, I believe A-rated pollsters have been showing Joe Biden up by 7-8%. Yeah, that's pretty much a guaranteed win in all three of those, I believe. And I've been seeing a lot of things going around of people seeing a lot of Trump yard signs in Michigan. And there was a rally, and people were like, "Oh yeah, there were thousands of people there." You can think that that will make Donald Trump more likely to win, but it won't. There's over 1 million Trump supporters in Michigan. If you see 1,000 in a spot, that doesn't mean that Donald Trump's going to win. There are millions and millions of people in Michigan, and probably around 3 million voters. I mean, just pointing that out. I'm not saying Donald Trump won't win Michigan, but I don't think he will. And I do not like that point that people use. And back at it. So as you see, past 270. The only real good news I have for the Donald Trump campaign right now is that I think Texas will be a lean, and that I think Maine's 2nd District will be a lean. Don't see Maine's 2nd District going to Biden. It definitely could, and I could see it, but I don't see it at the moment. Same thing with Texas. I mean, obviously that sliver of a chance, but it most likely will not. And more good news for Joe Biden. Florida, I think, will be a lean, leading by around 3.5 percentage points there. There have been multiple parades for Joe Biden, like very, very big rallies. I mean, huge. And I mean, not saying that that's going to sway anybody's votes, but I know in my town it certainly has. I live in Michigan, in the UP, around where my cursor is, and it is a very, very Republican area. And I have been seeing a lot of Democrats coming out and putting up Biden signs in their yards, like way more than Trump, and I love it. I mean, don't think my district will go to Biden, but I mean, just saying. I think that is pretty significant. And the same exact thing is happening in Florida, and Wisconsin, and Pennsylvania. And Arizona, which sways me into my next topic. Joe Biden leading by around 3% there. I would put it as a lean or a tilt, and I will put it as a tilt just because it would be a newly Democrat state if it does flip. And, I mean, Joe Biden obviously leading by a pretty decent margin in Arizona. I mean, I will take it. Now, as for Donald Trump, these last 4 states, you would expect to go for Donald Trump. And I'm still kind of deciding, but I will most likely put at least 3 in Donald Trump's call. At least. And district. I will do the district last as I normally do. Iowa, I will put that as a tilt. Donald Trump. Joe Biden is leading in RCP polls, but we always see a lack of RCP polls put into Iowa, and honestly, everywhere. I mean, 538, Donald Trump is winning. RCP, Joe Biden's winning. I believe Joe Biden's winning by under a percentage point, which is why I am giving it to Donald Trump. And Ohio, 538 gives Ohio to Biden, and so does RCP. And I will come back to this last because it is very tight. Now, these 2 states. North Carolina is more solid for Joe Biden than Ohio, according to 538, but not according to RCP. And at the moment, I could definitely see North Carolina going to Biden, but I will give it to Trump, as I feel like there will be a lot of voter fraud there, as there is in New Hampshire for the Democrats. I think that will happen in NC, but for the Republicans. And I mean, because of Donald Trump telling people to vote twice, I think that could definitely happen. And there's voter fraud everywhere. I mean, there's voter fraud for Democrats and there's for Republicans. I've heard that there is a lot in New Hampshire, and there's certainly most likely going to be some in New Hampshire, or North Carolina. And Georgia, Joe Biden leading in RCP and 538, but I just don't see it happening. I mean, I could definitely see it happening. I could see Georgia turning blue, but I'm not positive in it. I just don't think it will happen at this point in time. And Ohio, I'm still having a hard time categorizing, but at the moment, I will give it to Donald Trump. I mean, Donald Trump's numbers will probably improve there like they did in Texas when Joe Biden had a slight lead. I've never categorized Texas for Joe Biden unless I did a best case scenario. But and I most likely will never categorize Texas for Joe Biden. And as in Nebraska's 2nd district, Joe Biden's leading by about 7% there. I think he will win it. And this is why I think Joe Biden will most definitely win. Because if you look at all the states, there's only one tilt state for him, and that is Arizona. And he could definitely afford to lose that, and he is still over 300 electoral votes. I mean, I think he will most definitely win the Rust Belt, which already puts him over 270 if he wins Nevada and New Hampshire. I think he will win Florida, and I could see him carrying all of these states, not West Virginia. But I could definitely see him carrying all these states. Don't think he will, but I definitely could. If I had to categorize one of them for Trump and give all the others to Biden, I would put either Iowa or Georgia for Trump. But I guess my point is that it would actually be very difficult for Joe Biden to lose. Unless there was literally video evidence of him raping a child, I do not think that Joe Biden will lose. Or if there was like actual video evidence of him sexually abusing somebody, I do not think that he will lose. Unless something just absolutely horrible came out for Joe Biden, I don't think he is going to lose. I don't know if there's a way that Donald Trump can come back, unless he just does amazing in the next 2 debates, which we might not even have because, Trump has COVID. He has said that he might do it over Zoom or, some sort of like FaceTiming program, but I feel like that would not work out as well as he wants it to. Well, yeah, thank you guys for watching this video. This was kind of more of an election prediction, but I just want you guys to know that I do think Joe Biden will win, and this is why. I think he will carry the Rust Belt, Florida, Arizona. Don't see a way for Joe Biden to lose, unless, what I said before. And mostly because in 538, he has an 83% chance of winning. An incumbent president only has a 17% chance of winning. I mean, that is just horrible. Don't see Donald Trump winning. He definitely could, but I don't see it happening. But yeah, I would like to thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys hopefully tomorrow. If I do a debate review or something.